Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. If you are new here, my name is Jessica. I post travel and digital nomad vlogs. I am 30 years old and I work online, and I'm documenting my journey to see as much of the world as I can while working online with the hopes of becoming a full-time travel vlogger. That's the hope as of right now. Obviously with the pandemic, things are really weird. It's a really bad time to be a travel vlogger, but you know, maybe we'll pivot, we'll see what happens. If you are interested in any of those topics, following your dreams, being a digital nomad, or traveling, I would love for you to join us. So subscribe down below. So in today's video, I am about to leave in 2 days, for 2 days, for Alaska. I am moving to Alaska for at least 3 months, but indefinite period of time, I do not know. I'm going to show you everything that I have in my bags. I travel carry-on only, so we have one bigger backpack and then a personal bag in the front. Now, I am packing for Alaska primarily because the first place I'm going is Alaska, but I have absolutely no idea where I'll be going next, or if I'll even be able to go anywhere, because if you're watching this in the future, I'm filming this right now smack dab in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic in 2020. It's October of 2020. We're in the middle of a pandemic. So I have absolutely no idea if and when I'll be able to travel anywhere besides Alaska. So, but I want to be prepared. So while I've packed for winter, I also have the ability to go to warm destinations. So this is everything that I've packed for full-time travel. I could go anywhere in the world with this bag. Okay, so to start out, these are the bags that I travel with. I have the Osprey Farpoint 40 liter bag. I've just covered up the logo here. And then I have on the front of me, I carry the new Outlander bag. It compresses into very small if I needed to pack it in here. This bag is amazing. I traveled with it for 6 months in Europe already. And it opens out like a suitcase, or it can be like a backpack. So here is your main compartment. You have a mesh compartment over here. I usually keep bras and underwear over there. Then up here you have another compartment. This is where your laptop sleeve is. So you have laptop in there, and then you have a little compartment over here as well. Then in the front we have a tiny little compartment right there, and these two compartments here. It doesn't really work too well for water bottles up here. Yeah, I've found that they just don't usually fit, particularly when this is stuffed. So I usually keep random stuff in here, like I have some gloves and some plastic bags, but I also will keep the strap. Show you this. I also will keep this strap up there because this bag can also convert into carrying it on the side. You can zip up all these out here. This comes up and you zip all this inside, and that's what I do before I go on the plane, because it makes it easier to put it into the compartment so that these parts don't get dirty, they don't get caught on stuff. That's just really convenient. So usually I'll have this most of the time stored up here so I don't lose track of it. If there's any questions you have that I have not discussed, please leave the questions below and I'll answer them for you. So we're gonna start with the front bag, my personal bag. A little bit heavy, but we're gonna deconstruct this guy for you first. So in the front compartment, I have my masks. I'm bringing 4 masks with me. They're cloth masks. They're from Old Navy. I highly recommend them. They have adjustable ends and they're really great price. On the side here, I have plastic bag with some straws so I can drink under my mask while I'm on the plane. Then in the front compartment here, a bunch of random stuff. Kleenex to clean the surfaces and also for eating. Gum for when I'm in the airplane. Your ears pop. I always wear gum when I'm going up and down on the airplane, and it helps a lot. We also have in here, this is kind of like my medical kit and random stuff. So I've got extra hair ties, some stevia, we've got Claritin, Aleve, Dramamine, and Tums. So that should cover all the basics. I do have this adapter for Europe, if I get to go to Europe, hopefully. Then I also have my lock for my backpack. This was more useful when I was staying in hostels. I could also use it on the lockers sometimes if it fit. But sometimes if I'm on trains or planes, I will still lock up the bag before I put it in the compartments, just for a little extra security. Never know. If you make it a little bit harder, maybe the people won't get you. Then I have my necklaces for my grandma. My grandma gave me this rosary before I went to travel in Europe last year. Then we have my Diva cup randomly in here. This, if you are a woman, I highly recommend you get a menstrual cup. It's going to change your life, I promise. One chapstick. I brought a lot of chapsticks because I lose all my chapsticks. A comb. Then we've got a bunch of snacks for the plane. I've got all these bars. In terms of plane snacks, we've got bars and some butters, nut butters, forks. We've got some pens in here. And that's it. That's it for that compartment. Other plain snacks, I've got this little guy, which is empty right now, but it's going to have candied pecans in it. I'm making some candied pecans for the plane and for my mom. Then we have this Tupperware. I really like to travel with a Tupperware like this because when you're on the plane and stuff like that, it's great for packing your snacks and not just having... Sometimes maybe you have something you made. It's just really useful for packing snacks. I find it to be great. And if you are staying in hostels, which obviously now with the pandemic, I mean, I don't plan to be in a hostel for a long time, but under normal circumstances, you want to have a Tupperware in case you make something and you have extra. So what I have for plain snacks is some vegan cheese in here. It's smoked Gouda vegan cheese, and then I have some veggie pita crackers. They're gluten-free, because I'm gluten-free and dairy-free. And then we have salami. Then I've got a journal in here. I've got my Kindle, my journal, and some Sudoku puzzles. Those are great for when you are bored and when you want to relax. That relaxes me. I've got a little tripod. Also, you won't see the tripod because you are on a bigger tripod right now, which goes in the other backpack. Glasses case with glasses and sunglasses. Both fit in here. I'll get on to my toiletries in a second. In here, I have colored pencils. I found that that's a good thing for me to bring for relaxation when I'm traveling because the coloring books take up a little amount of space, and so does the coloring pencils. I brought a lot of colored pencils. You could bring way less and make your bag smaller, but I just really wanted to bring them all. Then inside this bag I also have all of my chargers and stuff like that. So what we have in here is a pair of Bluetooth headphones. This is a external battery for extra power if you're not near a charger. I've got a little mouse, got a remote control for my camera, and then various chargers and adapters. Don't need to go into the details of those. Then I have some stomach issues, so I've actually had to use a lot of space on some natural remedies that I use. So this is licorice. Huge thing of licorice. Normally I would not have to pack such big items, but you know, everyone has their thing that they have to make space for in their bags, even when they're traveling really minimally. Onto the Toiletries bag, which I also struggled with because of coronavirus. I had to bring a lot of extra liquids than normal with the hand sanitizers and such. So in this little side compartment here, I've got a disposable razor. I use disposable razors over and over again. Like, the things last me forever. We have a little nail file. I've got a bunch more hair ties in here and a bunch more chapsticks, because I lose chapsticks and I lose hair ties like there's no tomorrow. So the more the merrier. Alright, then for toiletries, toothbrush. I use a Lush shampoo bar. This thing is absolutely amazing for traveling because it's a non-liquid, and these guys will last you, like, it depends on how often you wash your hair, but for me, I mean, this is gonna last probably 3 to 6 months. Then we have a bar of soap, deodorant, Schmidt's deodorant. I really like this one. I have a sun stick. I don't know if I like this brand or not, so don't take me on face value for that brand. Then we have my liquids. As I said, this is so much more packed than it would be. I have 2 tiny sanitizers. This is a spray that I made. It is rubbing alcohol, 70% rubbing alcohol, and like probably 30 or 40 drops of orange essential oil, because I wanted to make it smell less just like straight alcohol, and it required a lot of drops to actually get a smell in there. This is also not what it says. Inside here I have some of Dr. Bronner's soap. Dr. Bronner's soap can be used for so many different things. I plan on using this probably to do some hand washing of laundry. I have to hand wash my bras because they're special bras. But I also could use that to wash my face, or even to clean surfaces. It's really, really great. Then I have some lotion, face lotion. I use Dr. Pond's face lotion. I'm bringing a little essential oil bottle. This is copaiba oil. It's good for anxiety. I figure maybe I might need that for the travel day. And just generally, you never know when anxiety's gonna hit. Hand sanitizer, gel, bigger one, toothpaste, and this is black vanilla leave-in conditioner. So that's it for the toiletries, and that's all for the first bag. So now I'm going to move on to the bigger bag. Okay, so on the bigger bag, in the little front pocket here, I have portioned out 1 portion of some oatmeal for the first morning after I arrive, because I won't have groceries probably. More hair ties and more chapsticks. You can never have enough. Earplugs. I have a pencil sharpener for those colored pencils. Then the next compartment here, actually don't have anything, because I find that the bag looks bigger if you put stuff in this compartment. So I would rather just try and stuff the main compartment than put it in the other part, because it makes the bag look smaller. And you're trying to make everything look as small as possible so you can get that stuff on the plane. Okay, oops, everything's falling. Alright, so in this little compartment right here, I'm storing some extra cash. This is a place that I will store extra valuables or just extra cash in case, let's say, this bag got stolen, all my money got stolen. I would have some, at least a little bit of emergency cash over here. I also forgot to mention that, of course, I have my passport and my wallet in my other bag. And here I've got a bunch of stray teas. We've got one face mask. I've got a bunch of pictures. Got these little guys, which I put on fridges when I'm in Airbnbs. So this is like a lifesaver. So here's a picture, nice picture of me and my mom, but I bring a lot of pictures of my family with me. And then I also have these nails, Color Street nails. Extra shoelaces for my shoes. This is some emergency detergent. I had this with me in Europe for probably 3 months, and luckily there's always detergent around and I never needed it, but I bought this and I feel like hopefully someday that comes in handy because I've been carrying it around for a long time. Alright, then in the laptop compartment we have my laptop. I have a Dell XPS 13. It was actually quite hard to find the perfect laptop because I need to be able to edit my videos, so I need it to be really good quality, but I also need it to be small and light. So the Dell XPS 13 was actually a really, really good find. I do recommend it. Then in the laptop compartment I also keep the coloring books I talked about, and I've got 2 planners as well. Very, very thin. Alright, moving on to the mesh section of the bag. I've got this. This is my mesh bag for dirty laundry. All my clothes fit perfectly in here. This worked really, really well when I was in Europe. Same thing I use there. Then we have 3 pairs of socks that I'm bringing. I have 1 pair of short socks, I have 1 pair of long socks, and then I have 2 pairs of long socks that are wool. One is a thinner wool, and one is a really thick smart wool sock. Then I have a swimsuit. You know, that's for the warmer places, or potentially if I can go into like some kind of hot spring or hot tub or something like that in Alaska, you never know. We have 7 pairs of underwear, including the one I'm wearing. So that's how much underwear that I take with me. So I take 7 pairs of underwear with me. Then, what do we have here? I've got this gaiter for in place of a scarf, just because it takes up less space. Hat. This is a really great travel towel. Now, I'm going to be mostly staying in Airbnbs, so I might not need this, but I might as well bring it because it gets so small. And these also dry really fast, and they are perfect for traveling. As you can see, this thing gets really tiny. I'm going to link this one below because I do really recommend this one. Then, I am bringing a small crossbody bag with me. This thing also takes up like barely any space, and sometimes there are occasions where you go out and you don't want to have a backpack, you don't want to have maybe you don't have pockets, you might need a little tiny thing like this. Definitely came in handy in Europe. That's something I had bought along my travels. Then I've got, as far as shoes, I'm going to be wearing my winter boots. Then I have these all-weather shoes, gym shoes. These guys get very tiny, So they're really good for packing away. And they are supposed to keep you cool in the summer and warm in the winter. So I've got those shoes, and then I also have flip-flops. Because for the warmer destinations, and then of course in the shower, you know, I'm used to traveling in hostels, so some of this stuff is like meant for hostels, which I definitely won't be in right now because of COVID, but I don't know, I still just feel like I should have that stuff to be prepared. Maybe the Airbnb shower is gross, you never know. Then I've got a grocery shopping bag. Always great to have bags inside your bags because you're not going to be using this giant bag in your day-to-day life. Then I have this rain cover for the Osprey bag. The socks I was talking about, the thicker one, the thinner one. Laptop charger. As I said, I have medicines that I have to take with me, so here's some more medicines. These are just probiotics, and this is Nexium. Then we're off to the most interesting part probably, which is the clothes. So I have 2 suited Nomad compression cubes, and this contains all of my clothes, besides the little bits you've seen here and there. One is for tops and one is for bottoms. So let's see here. This is the tops. I have 1 tank top. We've got 2 dresses, short sleeve, so those could be layered or they could be worn in the warm climates. I have 3 short sleeve shirts, and then I have 2 long sleeve shirts, and one of the long sleeve shirts is a base layer, so that's for keeping warm, obviously. Then in the second one, for the pants, on top of my pants I have a black hoodie. That is, I live in that thing. It's the same one I traveled with in Europe, and it's, you need a hoodie. I need a hoodie. I have 1 pair of shorts for sleeping, and then I have 2 base layer pants, and then 2 pairs of leggings. And then I'll show as you'll see at the end what I'm wearing on the plane. That's the extra clothes I have that's not packed. I have some fleece lined pants, and I have also this guy, which I also wore on my last trip. Trusty plaid button-down shirt. This is amazing for when you don't want the hoodie, maybe the temperature keeps changing, you want to button, unbutton, and you want to style your outfit. So that is everything I've packed, guys. I'm going to show a clip of what I'm wearing at the airport now. Alright everybody, so here is my plane outfit. Hopefully I look homeless, because that's the look I'm going for. Minus the Bose headphones. And hopefully my bag looks small. I think it looks pretty good, this one back here. I've really whittled down stuff, as I've told you before. But we've got our headphones. We've got this front personal bag. We've got, I'll show you all the layers here. Then I've got 1 jacket on the outside, rain jacket underneath, my plaid button-down shirt, and this is a short sleeve shirt. And then we've got these fleece pants here. Little concerned about how warm it's going to be with all this stuff, but it will be. It's 38 degrees here today, and it's 32 degrees in Alaska, so it will be cold, probably, because it's 2 days away. But then I've also got my winter boots down here. They're Crocs, and they're fleece lined. They're very, very warm, so I'm really hot. But this is the plain outfit. Also, I did not mention I have 2 pairs of gloves. We have a thicker wool glove, mitten type, and then I got these thinner ones, which have the technology where you can still use your phone, because since I'm going to be filming for YouTube outside, I really am going to need these guys. Okay, that is everything that I pack for full-time travel. It is a little bit focused on winter since I'm heading to Alaska first, but I don't know what's coming next. So I think that's all I have to say. And again, any questions, let me know down below. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you would like to join along for the journey, I would absolutely love to have you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.